I started having voices that started telling me the future and like visions and like stuff in my dreams, and I was getting really crazy.
Well, crazy is one word for it. Another term might be wildly delusional or totally off your box. Nuttier than a squirrel turd.
My name is Yav Yavis. I know I'm going to be the first emperor of the Yavis Empire in the future.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Shut up and sit down, you big bald f***.
Please subscribe. Forget crystal balls and tea leaves. Oh no, Yav Yavis doesn't need them. He gets his future intel from disembodied voices and water droplets. And he's here to tell us about his upcoming North American empire, nuclear wars, and how to cure diabetes with a love for soda.
I love orange soda.
And apparently, this should have all happened last year in 2024.
Well, we're waiting.
My emperor name is Yav Yavis. I cannot disclose my real name at this time because
People may look you up online and discover that you're a fraud. Sorry, I mean discover that you're not actually from the future.
Now, at this point, you may be wondering how he knows what is going to be happening in the future. He told us that he has been hearing voices.
Yeah, I don't think that means he's from the future.
We proceeded to ask him who the voices are.
I can't tell you because the voices, they actually can do stuff in the real world, and that's convinced me. They threaten me.
So the voices in his head are not just for company, they're also threatening him. That's pretty convenient source for a prophecy though, isn't it? You know, on account of you being the only one who can hear them. What threats did they make? I bet they were going to start singing 99 bottles of beer on a loop, weren't they? It'd be enough to drive anyone insane.
They have superpowers. They have like telepathic powers. They have powers to like send images into your mind. So they sent like images into my mind, and like sometime I'm like, way before COVID, they sent me people wearing masks. I was like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? I was thinking, I'm crazy. Why would I think about people wearing face masks? I didn't even know what face masks were.
But if you don't know what face masks are, then if anything, that would mean you're from the past, not the future. Face masks were around for a long time before the lager lurgy showed up and spoiled everyone's fun.
I wish I could have talking to Apex TV before that. I would have proven it right away, but now you're going to say I'm making it up.
Well, I don't think you're making it up. Well, that's not technically true because that's exactly what I think.
They told me Donald Trump was going to be president for 2 terms. But one time they were saying he's going to win. I was like, so win? That doesn't mean he's going to win in 2020. I didn't think that. I'm stupid. I thought he's going to win in 2020.
Well done you. You predicted it before it happened, but only you knew, of course. Predicting a future re-election for a past president after they've lost is less of a prophecy and more wishful thinking, wouldn't you say? Now, these predictions you're making, they aren't particularly accurate so far, are they? I'm starting to think that you may not actually be from the future.
A question you guys are probably wondering is, well, who's the last president of the United States? Because, the United States is going to be over. I'm sorry to hear that. For you guys to hear that. You're going to get mad about it. But it ain't the end of the world like some people think. It's actually kind of better, because you have more freedom. How is the country that's the freest country in the world? You're not actually as free as you say you are. The Amazon part? You're a dictatorship that's free.
A dictatorship that's absolutely free? Well, that's a new one. And it sounds less like a governing philosophy and more like a paradox. And an empire that you were in charge of is all based on whispers from the future that only you can hear.
But I'm not a dictator, I'm an emperor. But that's like a dictator you guys think.
And I always thought that dictator was an Irish potato farmer.
We proceeded to ask the man if there are any medical advancements to look out for in the future, and this is what he said.
One thing that's going to be a problem in the Yavis Empire, but we're going to have to fix, is diabetes. I'm going to make sure the Yavis Empire cures diabetes for one reason. A selfish reason, but it's a good reason. I'm probably going to become a diabetic because I love soda.
Is that true? I love soda. I do.
So his Yavis Empire, which only he knew about prior to this video, and by a handy bit of luck, he's also the ruler of, is going to cure diabetes, not through science, but through sheer unadulterated soda loving will. Now, I'm pretty sure that's not how endocrinology works, but what do I know? What do I... Wait a sec. What do I know? I think it may be time for a break.
I have technically time travel one time. The alien, I call them aliens. They're not aliens.
I'm on my lunch break.
There are people, I think, that are in the future that change the world like aliens because I can see what they look like, or they show me what they look like. I don't know what they actually look like. They show me what they like, a thing of what they look like. When I'm telepathically talking to them over time, like a telepathic time phone call, video call.
Telepathic time call. What was it? A something phone call video call. I'm so bloody confused. This guy is making flat earthers sound as if they may actually be onto something.
So I like the show Quantum Leap, right?
No, really? We would never have guessed.
Okay, so you're wondering how I time travel. I accidentally went off on a thing. So I said to them, I want to go to 1950. I want to be Marilyn Monroe's husband. You're going to wake up as him. I'm like, sure. I'm crazy again still, even though I've had stuff that makes me think this is not something that made me think it wasn't going to happen. So then I went to sleep that night, and it actually fucking happened. I cannot believe it. That's all I'm gonna say. There I was, him, and there Marilyn Monroe was. Something happened. I can tell you. I'm not gonna tell you that much. Sexually stuff is private for me. Like, okay, it's sexual, so whatever.
So not only is he the ruler of his own kingdom, or whatever the bloody hell he called it, he's also a prophet and a time-travelling stud muffin. Now, if I were a cynical man, I might suggest that inhabiting the body of Marilyn Monroe's husband is a rather specific fantasy, which you probably should have kept to yourself. But keep going about the other stuff. This is bloody great. A bit like a car crash. You know you shouldn't be watching, but you just can't click away. And now I bet loads of people have clicked away from this video to try and be funny.
They tell me World War III is gonna happen. They didn't say when, but they did say this decade, and they said World War IV. And I'm sorry, I get confused when they said about World War III. We're back to back. World War III and World War is like World War II and World War I together. They're both this century. They're both very similar and different at the same time. So I got confused by what's what. One of those wars is going to be nuclear. Both are going to involve Russia. They're both going to involve China, but sometimes they're going to be on our side. One time they're going to be on the other. One of them's going to involve like Muslim terrorists in the Middle East and Arab people and Muslims and Israel and Iran, which I think is this one because of what's going on in the world now.
Now, usually when I make a video, I feel that I've made it for you. But this time I feel like I'm doing it to you. As if I'm somehow punishing you by subjecting you to the absolute waffle that this guy is spouting.
And then, like, one of them or both of them is going to involve North and South Korea. One day there's going to be one Korea, and then one day the Korea is going to be under Yavis, where it's going to be Yavis. It's going to be Korea, but it's a part of Yavis, which is going to be weird how that works. I'm sure how that works.
I wouldn't worry about it, pal. There's nothing about your video that isn't weird. I thought you said at the beginning that Yavis was basically the new name for America. Why the hell are North and South Korea getting involved?
I am the most interesting man. Not in the world, in time, then.
We proceeded to ask about if there is anything shocking that will be happening in the next few months.
Not really.
Genius. The first question that you could have really gone to town with and nobody would have been any the wiser, you completely ballsed it up. What an absolute spanner.
One question some people will be wondering is that if you can really know what's going to happen in the future, why don't you just ask for lottery numbers to become rich?
This guy is no time traveler. If he knew anything about time travel at all, he'd know that you should never try to change your past or future. But with that being said, it would be rather nice to know what this Saturday's lottery numbers are.
I asked the voices to give me lottery numbers so I become rich. They said no.
Bit spiteful.
We asked the man for any physical or visual proof that he actually knows what is going to happen in the future. Here's what he showed us.
I know what the flag of the Yavis Empire looks like. So here's evidence. So I had told them how to design what it looks like. This is what it looks like.
Could this be the actual flag of the future Yavis Empire?
I suppose it could, But for now, we'll just call it what it is. It's Mexico's flag and Canada's flag sandwiching the NAU flag. And remember I said he makes flat earthers seem like they might be onto something? Well, I take it back, because even by flat earther standards, this isn't the most compelling evidence for future events, is it? Didn't you bring a packed lunch or anything in some sort of futuristic Tupperware that not only keeps your future food fresh, but it cuts it up and reheats it for you as well so you can eat it? That would be cool. Or whatever they're using in the future instead of smartphones. Haven't you got a brain chip or something? You showed us a flag. A flag? A bloody flag?
Now, one terrifying prediction from this man is that nuclear bombs may be used in one of the world wars. We asked him what are the places that will be safe, and here is what he said.
It's either World War III or World War IV when nukes are used. The safest cities in the USA are Atlanta, Austin, Columbus, Denver, Indianapolis. I can't say why, except for that the voices said they protect those cities like a nuclear missile's coming there. There's reasons.
Oh yeah, there's always reasons, and if you happen to be from any of those places in America he just mentioned, lucky you, because it seems like the rest of us are well and truly
We asked him if he believes the voices after all of this. Here's what he replied.
The voices told me so many things that became true.
Then why didn't you include any of those things in this video?
I 100% believe them. And I think you guys will too in the next 10 years. When this video is 10 years old, all the people that have watched it since then are going to believe too.
Okay, see you in 10 years then. Well, that wraps up this rather enlightening and unique journey into the mind of our self-proclaimed future emperor. Now, I know this video is a bit shorter than you're generally used to when we look at flat earth and mud flood and all the other nonsense, but it's always fun for me to expand my horizons and tackle some fresh, high-grade nonsense for you. Hope you enjoyed unpacking these particularly wild claims with me today, because I've had a great bloody time. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you again on Monday. Love you. Bye.
Out of everything that's on the internet, this is the best thing.
So, this young boy asks his dad, why is my sister called Teresa? And the dad explains, well, it's because Mam loves Easter and Teresa is an anagram of that. So the little boy's happy, he trots off and shouts, thanks, Dad. And the dad says, no problem, Alan.
I don't think so. No, 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 no. I don't think so. No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna